It's the end of February. The Humber College Hawks are headed to Ottawa for the Ontario Provincial Championships. The best 8 teams in the province will be there. The top 2 will move on to compete for the national championship. But Humber won't be content with just moving on. Last year, they beat arch-rival Sheridan to win the provincial championship. The 2 teams are expected to meet again this year. The Hawks have no intention of handing over the championship trophy. Humber has had a tremendous season, finishing first in their league and amassing an overall record of 28 wins and 5 losses. But as far as the coach and the players are concerned, the team's success depends on how they do from here on in. The real season begins tomorrow. Humber's first game is against Seneca College. On paper, it figures to be an easy matchup. The Hawks played Seneca 3 times this year and won each game by big margins.
Whatever happened last 3 games really means nothing now. Neutral court, different refs, you got to take it to them early. Loose balls, challenge shots, rebounds, foul shooting, playoff basketball, okay? Let's go. JB! Shoot it.
Humber and Seneca trade baskets at the start of the game. Then Humber picks up their defense. With 8 minutes to go in the first half, the Hawks open up a 12-point lead.
4 up! Warren, let's go!
And threaten to blow the game wide open. But this isn't the same Seneca team Humber manhandled all season.
Come on! Come on!
They take control of the game, erase the 12-point deficit, and surge into the lead. At the half, Humber trails by 1.
First of all, it's a 40-minute game. Don't freak. It's a 1-point game. This is really a test of character. All right? Game is not over. It's a half. Do they have it for 2 halves? I don't think so.
But Seneca refuses to fold. They continue to make shots from everywhere.
Let's go! Get a stop! Get up on him!
With less than 5 minutes to go in the game, Seneca takes a 6-point lead. And the Hawks don't look like a championship team. If they don't step it up, they'll be on the bus home right after the game.
Hey, timeout, timeout, timeout!
With 5 minutes left in the opening game of the Ontario Provincial Championship, Humber trails by 6. The Hawks are on the ropes.
Now you establish yourself right here. Establish your will. You are playing like it's over. And look at that score. Let's go!
Humber charges out of the timeout and quickly wipes out Seneca's lead.
Wait, JB! Wait, JB!
Junior Brown's bank shot gives Humber a 3-point lead with less than a minute to go. But Seneca hits a big 3-point shot to tie the game and send it into overtime.
Are you ready to step up in terms of your intensity and your conditioning? And you're not going to take quick shots. We bought 5 minutes now. Come on, Zach! Slide!
Seneca is having the game of their lives. A Seneca win would be an incredible upset. With less than a minute to go, Seneca steals the ball and goes into the lead.
23, let's go!
15 seconds left. Dexter Miller makes an impossible shot to put Humber back in front.
One stop!
All Humber has to do is stop Seneca once to walk away with the win. But Seneca breaks down their defense and comes up with the tying basket. The teams are headed to a second overtime.
Ever seen a game like this? They just don't go away, though, eh?
Both teams step up their defense. With 2 minutes left and Humber up 1, Coach Cates calls on Fitzroy Woolery. Fitz hits a huge shot to give Humber a 4-point lead. Seneca finally runs out of miracles.
This is just the start of what this is like. This was quality game. So you should feel very proud of that. You won't play in a game like that, where both teams play tremendous basketball. All right, bring it in.
The coach is wrong. As good as this one was, the best game of the tournament is yet to come.
Hawks, 1, 2, 3.
Hawks, we're still alive!
Tonight, Humber plays the host team, Algonquin College, in the semifinals of the provincial championships. But right now, they're headed to the league's annual banquet, where the regular season All-Stars will be announced, along with the Coach of the Year.
Out of Humber College, Mike Cates.
Congratulations, volunteer.
This is the third time he has won the award. Chris Bennett and Junior Brown both make first-team All-Star. Jeremy Walters makes the second team, as does Fitzroy Woolery. Making the All-Star team isn't Fitz's only accomplishment this year. Last term, he nearly failed out of school. He would have been off the team if the coach hadn't persuaded the school to give him a second chance.
If that happens again, you're done.
The thought that he might have to leave Humber was a sobering one.
I would have been devastated. Like, you know, that's not where I want my life to go. You know, I definitely want to have a degree, and I definitely want to have a career. You know, and I think, you know, graduating from here will give me that opportunity.
Fitz vowed not to repeat his mistakes.
First term, I didn't organize my time very well. You know, I put more energy into basketball than I did into my studies. And this term, you know, I kind of just reorganized my priorities.
Fitz passed his midterm exams with flying colors with an average of 75. He knows he has to keep it up for the rest of the term so that he can come back to Humber next year.
You know, I got off to a great start, and I just gotta, you know, maintain that standard that I've set for myself.
Humber defeats Algonquin College 79-71 in the semifinals. The victory propels the Hawks into the finals of the provincial championship and another battle with Sheridan. Tonight, Humber and Sheridan are squaring off for the Ontario Provincial Championship. Both teams are guaranteed a spot in next week's Nationals. But nobody is thinking that far ahead. It's the fourth year in a row the two rivals have met in the provincial finals. After losing twice, Humber finally won the title last year. They're determined to defend their championship and bring the trophy back home.
This is about right now. Your season is right now. This is a statement game, boys. This puts us #1 seed and fear in the hearts of the country. This team is thought to be the hottest team in the tournament in the country right now. They're good, but we're better.
1, 2, 3,
Humber and Sheridan go after each other right from the start, showing the fans why they're two of the top teams in the country. Neither team is able to take control of the game. At the half, the game is tied at 34.
All right. You got to even continue to step up and make the commitment. And I think that's what we're calling on now, your energy. You can't sag now. You've got to be able to say, I'm going to play through pain and fatigue and everything. If you want this, it's yours.
Crunch time in a championship game. That's when a coach turns to his veterans. Junior Brown has a reputation of coming through in big games like this one. Junior was a star in high school. He came to Humber after a knee injury ended his U.S. college career. At the start of the season, the coach didn't know if Junior was committed to playing basketball.
I mean, you got to want to do it. I mean, I don't know. I think that it's still worth your while.
Junior responded by leading the team in scoring and earning a spot on the All-Star team. This is Junior's last year of organized basketball.
What are you going to miss most about it?
Just being competitive, like, just that rush, just being out on the court, hearing people cheer, just scoring, just dropping off a nice pass and just feeling nice, just being on the court, just expressing yourself.
For Junior, this season marks not only the end of his career, but the end of a way of life that revolves around friends and basketball.
From the age of about 10, 11, we started going to community center and played basketball every day and just worked on our skills, like a whole group of us. We just grew up together playing basketball.
Junior's older brother, Bobby, was his first coach.
He was talented from a young age, and he kept getting better and better and better. So as soon as he did that, then people started noticing more and more, and he was touted as one of the best players in the city. So at 16 years old, so that was a good start.
In the world Junior grew up in, basketball is more than just a game. It's part of the culture.
You have a game win tonight? Against who? Huh?
Centennial.
Perception from the outside is basketball is just basketball. From the inside, basketball is everything to you, everything to the community, everything to everyone who wants to become somebody.
Basketball was life.
Yeah, it was
The
life.
rest was just details.
Junior and his friends all dreamed of playing college ball in the States. Junior was the one who got the scholarship, but in a way, it belonged to all of them.
It was a big thing, a good thing, because everybody wanted it for him.
Do you remember the day he left?
Oh, goodness. We had a party. We had a big barbecue on the backyard. All the family came and friends from the neighborhood and everything. And when he's not here, the guys would come by. Miss Brown, have you heard anything? They'll even give me money. Send this for him. So it's like the neighborhood child, you know, who's gone out to do something good.
Junior went to a college in Kansas. He was in the starting lineup and playing well when he injured his knee and had to come back home.
I was just mad. I was just mad. And it just, I guess it just slipped away right in front of me.
But he had more than his own disappointment to deal with. Junior was living out the collective dream of all the friends he grew up playing ball with. And now, with his career coming to a close, he realizes that dream will never come true.
I just go out just knowing that I tried my hardest, really. And I don't know, I just feel that it's time that, you know, I put it aside and, you know, just go on with my life. If there's anything I'm gonna really miss, it's like just playing with my friends most of the time. It's just, I just really want to do it for them, really. And I wish we were all together to say that we're walking away from the game, or somebody got something out of it more than, you know what I mean? And all those baselines we were running back in the days together. Somebody really got something that we could all look back on and say at least one of us made it.
Second half of the provincial championship. The game's a classic Humber-Sheridan matchup. It's going right down to the wire. With 40 seconds left, Junior gives Humber a 4-point lead. Sheridan scores to narrow the gap to 2. Humber misses at the other end. Sheridan calls a timeout with 9 seconds left.
This calls for discipline, will, and character. They're going to come hard, and they're going to make a stand right here.
Once again, it all comes down to whether Humber's defense can come up with a stop. The Hawks know they blew a chance to put the game away.
Guys, come on! Come on, you got to believe. Stop acting like we're down.
You all right?
We're quiet. Why are we so quiet? Because we can't seem to get over the fact that it's not over. We're not beat. Oh, gosh. I'm sounding down. Okay, you get me up. Let's go.
Hawks on 3.
One,
Defense.
2, 3. Hawks.
Need the rebound.
Your will, guys. It's will. Hey, they don't want to lose and we don't want to win.
Take it down. Face it.
With 2 minutes left in overtime, the championship game is dead even. Every time Humber scores, Sheridan comes back with a hoop of their own. 30 seconds left and the score is tied. Humber holds the ball for the final shot. The Hawks come up with the rebound, but they can't get the ball to go in. Some players are never in a double overtime game for their entire career. The Hawks will have to win their second in 3 days if they're going to return home as provincial champions. The Ontario Provincial Championship game between Humber and Sheridan has gone into double overtime. Sheridan gets off to a quick start. They take a 5-point lead with a couple of minutes to go.
Timeout, timeout.
Forcing Humber to call a timeout. The Hawks need to regroup in a hurry.
We need to stop, guys. We need something. We really do. And I think we got to push the ball. I think we have to push the ball and just risk a little bit more now.
As he has all season, Jeremy Walters comes through in the clutch. His driving layup brings the Hawks to within one.
Defense, let's get a stop.
With 30 seconds left, Humber brings it up court, looking for the basket that will give them the lead. They pass the ball around, looking for an opening. Dexter Miller launches a three-point shot, putting Humber up by one. And 3 seconds away from a provincial championship.
All right? Jam the inbound. All right, you don't foul, you don't go for steals. You challenge the shot. There's only 3 seconds.
1, 2, 3, defense.
Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me.
Find him, get your man.
Sheridan will only have time for a desperation shot.
Dexter, no catch, no flash. No catch, Dex. Dave, it's life.
The trophy will be going back home with Sheridan. Humber won't have to wait long for a chance to get even. Next week, both teams will be at the national championships, and everything will be on the line.